This is Business Scene. I'm Chris Casquejo. Sri Lanka's public transport was crippled last week as buses ran out of diesel. Officials said the country's foreign exchange crisis worsened with no dollars to import fuel. The Private Bus Owners Association said they were able to operate only about a quarter of their fleet of 20,000 vehicles, while drivers reported queuing for 7 hours to top up fuel. Many commuters were seen using their own motorcycles and small cars after bus operators warned of drastically scaled back schedules. One of Sri Lanka's biggest fuel suppliers, Lanka IOC, put up prices by as much as 12% last Saturday, while the state-owned Ceylon Petroleum Corporation, CPC, said it too asked the government to allow it to raise prices. Desmond, a commuter, had this to say about the situation.
Very difficult to go to work these days because no diesel for us to go by bus and train.
The transport shutdown came as 7.5-hour electricity blackouts also went into effect, the longest scheduled power rationing in over a quarter of a century. Energy Minister Udaya Gamanpila has described the oil shortage as the worst economic crisis since independence from Britain in 1948. With wooden spinning wheels and hand-drawn looms, Bangladesh is painstakingly resurrecting a fabric once worn by Marie Antoinette and Jane Austen, but long thought forever lost to history. Dhaka muslin was stretched from threads so fine that popular folklore in European parlors held that a change in the light or a sudden rain shower would render its wearer apparently naked. The textile once brought significant riches to the lands where it was spun. But to revive it, botanists had to hunt halfway across the world and back for a plant believed gone from the face of the earth. The quest to bring back Bangladeshi muslin began with a painstaking 5-year search for the specific flower used to weave the fabric, which only grows near the capital, Dhaka. Muslin weaver Muqaddas Hussain.
I used to be a weaver. I heard lots of stories about muslin from my grandfather. Now I've become part of this historical project. Now I can proudly claim that I have turned into an artist.
The country has no shortage of garment workers, but the muslin project needed to source artisans from the small cottage industry of spinners and weavers working with fragile threads. The intense labor needed means that any garment stitched from Dhaka muslin will always remain a boutique product, but the government has found tentative interest from some established industry players. For Business Scene, I'm Chris Casquejo.